Hello, early lilies. Thank you so much for taking the membership and choosing to support my writing. Your belief means more than you know, and it allows me to keep creating stories like this audiobook. And this episode is for you first. I hope you enjoy it. And to my lilies, my dear white lilies, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started the next episode of Two Souls Written in Scars. Shvika spent the entire day playing with Anvi and thinking about herself. Akshar's words kept echoing in her mind. He had said he would help, but would she really be able to manage everything at once? And then, would Rukmini ji and Nirvan ji even allow her to go to college? It had only been a few days since her marriage to Akshar, barely 4 days. She looked out of the window. Evening was setting in. The sun was about to set. She stepped out of the room and stood on the balcony of that floor. Pink clouds covered the sky. On one side, the sun was setting, and on the other, turmoil churned in her heart. Just then, someone placed a hand on her shoulder from behind. She turned around. It was Rukmini ji. "Mom, you?" she said, "watching the sunset?" Rukmini ji stood beside her. It looks beautiful, doesn't it?" Trishvika asked with a smile, gazing at the setting sun. Rukmini ji replied. A little while ago, Trishvika had left Anvi with Rukmini ji and came upstairs. Seeing her there now, she asked, "Where is Anvi?" "She is asleep," Rukmini ji answered. Trishvika didn't say anything further. After a while, Rukmini ji said, "The setting sun teaches us so much, doesn't it?" "Like what?" Trishvika asked. "Like this. Every evening, the sun sets with a promise to itself that it will rise again the next morning, no matter the circumstances, be it clouds, rain, or storms. After night, morning always comes because of the sun." Rukmini ji explained with a smile. Trishvika listened to her deeply and stayed silent for a few moments. Rukmini ji's words made her reflect on her own life. If she didn't join college and pursue an MBA, she would be doing herself a disservice, placing revenge tied to Divyansh above herself. Life was giving her another chance to live on her own terms. After thinking for a long time, she said, "Mom, may I ask you something?" "Yes, of course," Rukmini ji said. Can I join college?" Trishvika asked with hope in her eyes. "I want to do an MBA." Rukmini ji remained quiet for a moment, then smiled and said, "Why not? You want to study, right? Then why ask me? You absolutely can. Besides, you must get bored here all day. Going to college will keep your mind engaged." It's not like that, Mom," Trishvika said. "I know. If you want to study, you should definitely go to college," Rukmini ji said, holding Trishvika's hand. "Should I talk to Chico about this, or will you talk to your husband yourself?" I'll do it," Trishvika said. Hearing Akshar's name brought a smile to her face. "Thank you, Mom. You're truly wonderful." Rukmini ji gently patted Trishvika's head. They stood there together until the sun completely set. Trishvika hadn't expected Rukmini ji to react this way. At Jindal house, whenever she said anything, Omika ji would immediately tell her to talk to Abhigyan ji, whether it was about a college trip, a night out, or going out with friends. The final decision was always Abhigyan ji's, and more often, It was a no, and she could never go against it. Today, she finally understood the difference between good parenting and toxic parenting. Until now, she had believed her parents made decisions for her because they cared. But slowly, she was realizing that they had been controlling her life, restricting her. They had let her fly, but with a string tied to her, so they could pull her back to the ground whenever they wished. It was 8 in the evening. Tishvika was eagerly waiting for Akshar to return home. When she came downstairs, everyone was seated at the dining table having dinner. She looked around. Akshar wasn't there. She had thought he would be downstairs by now, especially since he had returned early the previous evening. She was about to head back toward the hall when Nirvanji called out, "Trishvika?" "Yeah?" Trishvika turned around nervously. "Come here," Nirvanji said. She walked back into the dining area. Nirvanji said, "Aren't you having dinner? Come sit down. Have dinner with everyone." There was a calm expression on Trishvika's face. She nodded in agreement and sat beside Vidita. Vidita, smiling, lifted her gaze toward Rukminiji, who was trying hard to hide her own smile. Nirvanji asked again, "Where is Chiku?" He hasn't come back yet," Trishvika said while serving dinner onto her plate. Rukminiji asked, "Where were you going? Weren't you going to have dinner with us?" It's not that. I was just going to check for Akshar. It's quite late, isn't it?" Trishvika said as she took her first bite. Anand said, "He'll be late. Today he also had to go to the Alpha organization from the company." Hearing this, Trishvika's face fell. She had been waiting for Akshar to return so she could talk to him about college, but now it seemed he might be very late. After a while, everyone finished dinner. Anant and Vidita went to their room with Anvi. Trishvika, however, lingered between the dining area and the hall. Rukminiji said, "Beta, if you're feeling sleepy, you can go and rest." "I'm waiting for Akshar, Mom," Trishvika said, still looking toward the door. "He may take time to come. You should sleep," Rukminiji said. "I'll make sure he has dinner." "No, you go and sleep. I'll make him have dinner," Trishvika replied, her eyes still fixed on the door. Nirvanji was watching her. He asked Rukminiji softly, "What's going on with her?" "Nothing. It must be something between the two of them," Rukminiji said with a smile, though she knew very well why Trishvika was so restless today. Holding Nirvanji's arm, she said, "Come to the room. I need to talk to you about something important." "You are in quite a hurry to go to the room today," Nirvanji said with a smile. Rukminiji shot him a look and said, "Have some shame. Even your children have children now." Meanwhile, Trishvika had been standing near the door for quite some time. She kept checking the time on her phone again and again, then looking at the door. Rukminiji and Nirvanji went to their room. Nirvanji asked, "What was so important?" "I was thinking we should hold Chiku and Trishvika's reception party. Since wedding functions couldn't happen, a reception would do," Rukminiji said thoughtfully. You're right," Nirvanji said. "We do need to publicly announce their marriage." "Absolutely not. I don't want media or press at the function," Rukminiji said while applying hand cream. "Trishvika might feel uncomfortable. She isn't used to all this." Nirvanji thought for a moment and said, "As you wish. But we will have to issue an official statement that our younger son is married. So, when should we keep the function?" Rukminiji asked. "Let's do it tomorrow evening itself. I'll handle all the preparations," Nirvanji said, taking off his glasses. Tomorrow itself? Wow, Rukmini ji said happily. I'll inform the kids tomorrow. Meanwhile, Trishvika was sitting alone in the hall. She grew bored waiting for Akshar, so she stepped out into the lawn of the mansion. Once there, she thought of calling him, asking whether he had left for home yet and how long he would take to arrive. But she had never called Akshar before, and even now she hesitated. After thinking a lot, she finally dialed his number. After just 2 rings, the call was answered and Akshar's voice came through. Hello, my dear sparrow. Were you sitting with the phone in your hand? Trishvika asked. Why? Akshar's voice replied from the other side. No, it's just you picked up so quickly, as if you were waiting for my call, she said. What else could I do? My wife is calling me for the first time. I couldn't keep her waiting, Akshar replied. A faint smile spread across Trishvika's face. She asked, Where are you? When will you be home? 1 minute. So this really is my wife calling? Akshar said from the other side. Trishvika rolled her eyes. Just answer what I'm asking. Okay. I'll be home in 10 minutes, Your Majesty, Akshar said. Okay, Trishvika said and disconnected the call. She looked up at the sky. The moon was playing hide and seek behind the mist. It was a cold winter night, so naturally a chilly breeze blowed through the lawn. Yet, Trishvika was comfortable. She wrapped her dupatta around herself and began walking around the lawn. Rukmini ji loved gardening, so the lawn was filled with rare varieties of flowers and plants. Once Trishvika had only seen in books. Seeing them up close made them even more beautiful. She wandered around the lawn, admiring and gently playing with the flowers. Then her eyes fell on a particularly rare plant. She stood there, looking at the flower blooming on it. She had once heard about this flower on television. Taking care of it was extremely difficult. In fact, the garden had many such plants that were hard to maintain. Some needed more sunlight, some more water, some required shade, others only minimal water. Yet Rukmini ji had cared for all of them perfectly. As Trishvika was absorbed in all this, someone gently placed something over her shoulders. Startled, she turned around. It was Akshar. He had draped his coat over her shoulders. Her eyes instantly lit up. You're here? She asked. Yup, but what are you doing out here in this chill? You'll catch a cold, Akshar said, holding her hands in his. Look how cold your hands are. Trishvika looked at him silently for a few moments. Akshar rubbed her hands between his palms, blowing warm breath over them to heat them. Smiling softly, she said, I was waiting for you. You could have waited inside. Just look at the sky, the moon isn't even visible. It's freezing, Akshar said, immediately guiding her indoors. It's not that cold, Trishvika said as they walked inside, to which Akshar instantly replied, Shut up, Trishvi. She fell silent because Akshar had said it only out of concern for her. Once inside, Trishvika said, Why did you get so late today? I've been waiting since evening. Should I consider myself lucky then? Because you were waiting for me, Your Majesty, Akshar said with a smirk. Are you taunting me? Trishvika frowned. Not at all, Akshar said immediately. I'm just surprised. Today you called me to ask when I'd be home and then you waited for me all evening. So I think today is my lucky day. Trishvika stayed quiet for a few moments, then said, I need to talk to you about something. But go freshen up first. I'll serve dinner. Oh wow! You'll serve dinner too? For me? Akshar was getting one shock after another. Trishvika glared at him and he instantly went quiet. Walking toward the room, he said, I'll freshen up and come. Trishvika then headed toward the kitchen. She didn't know why, but she liked the way Akshar would change his stance with just one look from her. It was something she was feeling for the first time in her life, and even without wanting to, she found herself liking this side of Akshar. After a while, when Akshar came to the dining table, freshened up and changed, Trishvika was serving food onto his plate. He made her sit on the chair and said, "That's enough. I'll take the rest myself. You sit." She sat down beside him. Before starting dinner, Akshar asked, "Did you have dinner?" "Yes," Trishvika replied. "Dad said it in such a way that I had to." "Oh, Dad." "Yeah," Akshar said, making a face. Trishvika asked, "Why does Dad stay upset with you? I don't think he's that bad." "He isn't bad, you're right," Akshar said with a faint smile. "It's just, there are a few things between us. I'll tell you later." Trishvika didn't push further. It was something between Akshar and his father, and she didn't feel it was right to interfere. But if he ever wanted to talk about it, she wouldn't stop him either. Picking up the first bite from his plate, Akshar extended it toward Trishvika and said, "You can at least have a bite or two, otherwise I'll feel lonely." Trishvika looked at him for a moment, then at the bite in his hand, and finally ate it from his hand. Akshar said, "So tell me, what did you want to talk about?" "Akshar, I have decided. I want to do an MBA. I want to join college." Trishvika said, "I want to fulfill my dreams first. I want to do what I have always wanted to do." "Good. You have taken the right decision," Akshar said. "But I need your help," Trishvika added. "All you have to do is say it, Sparrow. It will be done," Akshar said, looking at her. "Most of the forms must already be out. The semester must be about to start. I need your help to get admission." Trishvika said, hope in her eyes. "If I don't get the admission, this entire year will be wasted." "Okay, I'll talk to them," Akshar assured her. Trishvika knew if Akshar had said it, he would definitely do something. She didn't want this year to be wasted at any cost. Hearing his words eased a huge worry from her mind. Then she asked, "Should I join your company or Dad's?" "You can join Dad's too, but Akshar paused. "If you join my company, I'll like it. I'll be able to guide you properly. Dad may not have that much time to teach you things." Maybe you're right," Trishvika said thoughtfully. Facing embarrassment in front of Akshar felt far better than being embarrassed in front of his father. Akshar was her husband. If she didn't understand something, it wouldn't feel as awkward. But his father might think she was dumb, and that would be truly embarrassing. Thinking all this through, she decided to join Akshar's company. Then her attention shifted to one word, and finally she asked the question she had been holding back all day. Why do you call me Sparrow?" "Why do you want to know?" Akshar asked with a faint smile as he finished his dinner. "Why not? You called me that. I have the right to know. Why Sparrow? And why me?" Curiosity and questions filled Trishvika's eyes. Smiling, Akshar said, "You're the answer yourself." "I don't understand," Trishvika said, confused. Picking up his plate and walking toward the kitchen, Akshar said, "I call you Sparrow because you can't be caged. You're meant to fly, meant to soar high in the sky." Trishvika hadn't imagined that the word sparrow held such deep meaning for Akshar. He had already gone into the kitchen, but she remained seated there, still observing his words.